Human warning, 101. All right, everyone settle down, the tour guide said to the assembled crowd. As is my highest obligation at this point, not just because my job description dictates I do this, but because by personal experience, I feel inclined to inform you of all the dangers that pervade human space. Ma'am, what is so dangerous about humans or their territory? One of the tourists asked. I mean, they are short by galactic standards. They don't have any form of biologically grown external armor, nor do they have any natural weapons other than a few blunt teeth in their mouth. Well, they have a pretty strong military after all, another tourist stated. Settle down. I will address your confusion momentarily, the tour guide said, before waving his hand, and a holographic projection lit up next to him. This is Nova Terra, humanity's reconstructed homeworld following its destruction during the Humanitarian War 3 centuries ago. The display showed a blue-green garden world orbiting a star as its third planet. Do not be fooled by its appearance. Nova Terra is just as, if not more so, as dangerous as the original planet had been. Yes? The tour guide looked at another tourist who had raised its tentacle or hand. Who are the Whitey Hall? It asked, a formerly highly aggressive sentient species of flying insectoid beings who crusaded across the galaxy, ravaging many worlds in the process. The humans' homeworld lay right in their path. I will not go into great detail, for the humans have a museum dedicated to that war, a location that is on the itinerary. You can find out more then and there. The tour guide answered. I can only say that the Whitey Hall are currently an endangered species, even after these last 300 years. He took a breath. Now, where was I? Right. Nova Terra is just as, if not more so, as dangerous as the original planet had been, because in addition to the various fauna and flora, the human terms for animals and plants, they introduced some of the most dangerous animals known in the galaxy, jumping the categorization of their homeworld from an already frightening Class 6 death world, all the way to a Class 8. Yes, this beautiful planet you are seeing here is a God's forsaken borderline hell world. Note, the humans call this planet, quote, a pleasant world to live in, end quote. The tour guide looked around the room, seeing several individuals turning a shade paler than their usual colors. Fret not. The locations we'll be visiting are all designated as yellow zones. He told them. Yellow? Why not green? A tourist asked. It is yellow by our own definition. The humans have classified all the locations as green zones, but for the very reason that humans are present there, they have been labeled as yellow zones by the Intragalactic Board of Tourism. The tour guide waved his hand, and the image was replaced by a long list of phrases that none of the tourists recognized. There are many warning signs you need to learn about the humans, and these here are the most important ones you need to remember. Starting from the top, I'll speak them out in human standard, what they call universal English, followed by the actions that should be taken in an orderly manner. The tour guide cleared his throat. Oh crap, he began, several ears twitching at his coarse accent. This term is generally used when something went wrong, but is of little consequence. Proceed with caution. Shit. Slowly walk away from the source, if identified as something could go wrong. Oops. Forget orderly, just run for cover. Bombs away. Flatten yourself against the ground as best you can, as either the shout will result in an actual explosion or a big splash. Pros cheers. When hearing these words, beware of the chemical known as ethyl alcohol in the air and in anything you might drink, for there are humans in the vicinity that are having what they call a party. The tour guide continued to list several other words and the actions to take when hearing them, and the tourists only now began to understand just why there was a 2-week mandatory training course they needed to take when they applied for in order to vaguely understand human society.